magic, psychic abilities, the ability to see the future, teleporting through alternate dimensions of reality. All of these things are totally real. I bet if you click this video, you already had a feeling about that though. But in this video, what I want to do is help to lay out in a very practical way how you can increase your psychic abilities in the area of being able to see the future. And towards the end of the video, I'm actually going to hog tie this to another topic called reality shifting. Once you can see the future of the timeline that you are on, you can use that to hop through the dimensions of reality to align yourself with a completely different version of yourself. Welcome back to Vibes and Frequencies. I am Nathan. I make videos to help people to be the most powerful expression of themselves. Now, the very first thing that I want to say in this video is we've got the past, we've got the present, and we've got the future. Three totally separate things, right? No, wrong. This is a linear perspective. The past, present, and future actually are a linear perspective. And when we hold a linear perspective, it holds us to the timeline that we are on. You see what I'm saying? If we can let go of our perception of the past and the future, what literally happens is we find ourselves in the present, standing actually where we are standing. And this is where you can actually see the future from, is from this perspective of the future and the past not actually even existing in the first place. Now, this sounds very far out there, so let me say this like in a very literal and simple way. Where do you see the future from? Do you see the future when you're in the future? No, because that would make you seeing the present, because now the future is the present. Do you see the future in the past? No, the past has already happened. You see the future right now. Right now is where you see the future from. So that's what we need to do. The very first thing to increase our psychic power, okay, is to see things from right now in the present moment. Now, I actually do have methods and ways to help to actually increase your ability to access the psychic power that you already have right now, to tap into the right now. Those I'm going to explain momentarily. But first, it's really important, at least to me in this moment, that I need to take this a little bit further. Now, when we get rid of all these things, right, the past, present, and future, when we are finding ourselves simply right here in the now, this is where you can literally see visually the entire timeline that you are on. Now, there are infinite timelines taking place in our universe and experience in reality. Infinite. It's freaking so cool. You could literally be on so many timelines that you can't even fathom what the differences would be. They could be drastically different. You could be a completely different person on another timeline. The important thing to realize is that all of these timelines exist right now. All of these things exist. When we let go of the past and we let go of the future, this is actually what gives you the ability to start hopping around to other timelines. Because again, the perspective of the past being real and the future being real is what keeps you grounded and stuck and fixed to the timeline that you are on right now. So the last thing that I'm going to share with you before I actually share the top 3 ways and methods to increase your psychic power to see the future is this. This is the very last thing, I swear. You've got the past and you've got the future. Now, here's the deal. When we are normally looking to the future, we are envisioning it. It's a vision. It's a perspective, essentially. It's like a daydream of the future. But where does this vision actually come from? It comes from the past. Because when we are existing from a linear perspective that takes place in our brain, yeah, this is the brain, our brain is pulling from the past. All the things that have ever happened on this timeline, all the things that have made you you, so on and so forth. You are pulling from the past to create your future. You're pulling from your past experience, and that is influencing the way that you see the future. So if we want to actually see the future, we have to let go of the past. Because otherwise, we're not seeing the future, we are creating it. There is a difference. If you want to see the future, it is very different than creating your future. If we pull from the past, we are using the past to create the future version that we are looking at. If we completely delete the past, you are literally standing here a blank slate. Nothing's ever happened. This is your first breath, the only moment you've ever existed in. This is where you can literally see the timeline that you are standing on. Very literally saying here, you can see everything that will ever happen. You will feel it right now in the present moment. And again, if you don't like it, this is what allows you to have the ability to just step onto other timelines and you're like, ooh, I'm a timeline hopper, baby. Way number 1 is to activate your third eye, aka as well decalcifying your pineal gland. The pineal gland is literally right here, okay? The present moment is heart-centered. The present moment comes from feeling right now in the present moment, as I've explained. Not the past, not the future, right now. That's heart-centered. But to be able to see the future, we are using our mind for this. This is a powerful tool. The pineal gland, your third eye right here, is literally this, like right in the center, okay? It's like the heart of your mind. So if we can activate, in a sense, seeing from the heart, as well as feeling from the heart, we can tie these two together, and this is where all the power comes from. It's very intense, very powerful. Ways that you can start to decalcify your pineal gland, because what is calcification? Well, you are born with a not calcified pineal gland because it's just a literal natural thing that we all have as humans. And then we ingest things over time. We're exposed to certain things that calcify it, literally harden it, literally make it so that it can't vibrate and we don't experience the normal intuitive visual, all these kind of crazy abilities that we actually should naturally have. So to decalcify it, I've got a video already about that. I'll link that in the description for you. Meditation, but don't worry, this isn't the normal kind of just meditate kind of thing. This is different because, again, we're talking about presence. This is where we are able to literally be seeing the future from. I will explain this more momentarily, but when we are feeling stressed in a situation, like if you're stressed in a situation and you pull yourself out of that situation to go somewhere else, to go in to meditate, you might find your presence again. But think about it. You had to pull yourself out of the present moment and the present situation to be present. You see the irony and paradox there? So whenever we do anything in life, literally, even our physiology as a human suggests this. When you use something over and over again, it grows, right? It grows in our lives when we're constantly giving it our attention. This is how it works. So instead of walking away to meditate and do sitting meditation, the most powerful kind of meditation that you can do to help you to see the future in the way that we are talking about in this video is actually not to walk away and sit down and start trying to meditate, but to be fully present in the moment that you are in right now. Meaning not walking away when you're stressed, but feeling the stressed moment for what it is. A very powerful thing that you could do here is tap into your literal human senses. Smell the room that you are in. Feel yourself there. You could taste the air. You can look around. The idea here is to stop projecting, again, the future, and to stop pulling from the past and align ourselves with right now where we are. Again, if you always are practicing this, if you're doing this all the time, it will grow, it will become second nature. You won't even need to be thinking about it anymore. Now, the third way to increase your psychic ability to see the future is with the power of symbols. Now, I just made a video that got into powerful magical rituals, right? And I'll tag that video down below for you guys. I'll title it Symbolism Manifestation Video. That's how you'll know that's the one. But essentially here, when we're talking about symbols, we're talking about crystals, we're talking about actual magical rituals, we're talking about the clothes that you wear. The reason for this is that what we are giving our attention to is what we will see. What you look at is what you see. So the thing is that when we are looking at it from a standpoint of we need to increase our psychic ability, we're projecting it into the future again. It's not that we need to increase our psychic ability. We already have the psychic ability right now in the present moment. You see what I'm saying? It's all a perspective shift. Start to change the language you use in your mind. Stop thinking of the past as the past and the future as the future, and start to think of them as an illusion. This will help you as well. But back to the actual symbolism that I wrote here. Sorry, I had a little tangent there for you. Now, if we are pulling in symbols into our lives, like a crystal ball, or, you know, all kinds of like rituals and sigils to help you to see the future, all these things, I'm not saying it in a weird tone to suggest that they're fake. Everything has energy, everything has power. If you bring things into your life that you personally associate with being able to see the future, then it will help you to see the future because you are aligning yourself with that version of you right now. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm a personally big fan of crystals because they help me a lot. The specific crystal I will suggest to you for literally what we are talking about in this video is Moldavite 100%. I will tag below in the description for you a video I've already made in the past about how to use Moldavite to shift to your most optimal timeline. That expands a heck ton on what we are talking about in this video. So if you already have Moldavite, if you like this topic, check that video out. So those are the top 3 ways that I've come up with to help you to increase your psychic power to see the future. If you're watching this video, if you've got some recommendations that someone might resonate with, totally feel free to share that below. That's always really powerful that we can connect with different expressions, right? So what I want to just lay out now for you is, again, like I've mentioned in the beginning of this video, we've got infinite timelines taking place. So when you are, let's say, on this timeline here, and you are finally able to see the future, you are not seeing something that's set in stone. What you are seeing is the future of the timeline that you are standing on. You see what I'm saying? That's how much of an illusion the future is. Even when you are seeing the future and having all this psychic activation, you're only seeing something that's relevant to where you're standing right now. So you literally can change the future by moving. I have a completely different future now. I have a completely different future now. Every single literal move that you are making, you are shifting through infinite dimensions of reality and all these timelines taking place. You're shifting through all of them constantly. Every single thought you have, every single decision that you make, everything that happens around you is that timeline that you are on. So when you see the future, that might actually cause you to associate with a new timeline. Because you've just seen the future, it will naturally, of course, shift you to a new timeline. So as soon as you see the future, it is now gone. You see what I'm saying? Now, you might be wondering why I just made an entire video about how to help you to see the future, and now I'm telling you it doesn't matter at all. It's because I think it's cool, all right? This is the stuff that I like. I'm not just going to bite my tongue and not share it, you know? When you see the future, it's not the future anymore because now you've seen it. Now you, in a sense, know you've changed it. We're talking about the butterfly effect here, essentially, right? And all kinds of massive energy that I'm sure that you can contemplate. So we are just constantly shifting to other timelines. Now, the only thing that keeps you grounded to a timeline, and you literally like can't because every little thing that you do is shifting you to even just a slightly different timeline. But when we're talking about big moments in our life, when we're talking about all the huge things like love, the dream career, you know, all these things, these big events in our life, what keeps you grounded to a relatively the same timeline are these big events that we are holding on to. Again, we're pulling from the past and we are creating our future that way. That's what keeps us grounded to the timeline that we are on. There is incredible power when we literally realize that there is no such thing as the future. It is literally a false hallucination. It's not real. I'm not just saying this to be spiritual or my own spiritual beliefs. I'm talking about the fundamental dynamics and dimensions of reality. So when we can accept that, this is where our power starts to come from. What helped me to start seeing the future and literally start to visually see these timelines, I can experience them taking place. When I feel a shift is coming up, that a decision I'm making, you can feel that you are about to pivot to a completely new timeline. You can use this to direct yourself like a compass. This is what it is like being me through my own perception right now. The way that this all started for me was literally deciding that I'm not going to see the past or the future as real anymore. I choose to see them as a reference point. They're a reference point. That's it. I can reference my hallucination of the past to get a better idea of where I'm standing right now. I can use the idea of where I'm standing right now to see that, oh, if I keep standing here, then this will be my future, right? Reference points, not cemented, concrete, fixed things. Again, it's all right here in the present moment. Nothing is coming to us. We already have it. That's all we need to do is just realize we already have everything that we need right now and just relax. We don't need to work to see the future. We already are seeing it, and it also doesn't matter that we're seeing the future because it's not real. It doesn't matter. Just be happy now, you know? Just be happy now. That's my own input, though. It doesn't really matter if you don't care for that. So I do have a whole entire playlist that's all about shifting realities, and I'll go ahead and link that right here for you guys. This is going to be really powerful to help you to take your shifting to the next level. And then this playlist right here is going to help you to see the power of your manifestation. I do make videos 3 days a week. Make sure to click that bell notification, yo. Freaking fresh. And I'll see you, well, I'll see you for the next video. Bye. Have a good one.